Nvidia introduces their latest device, the Project Shield, as well as the latest processor, which is the Tegra 4. And Sony Xperia Z and ZL are finally official. And Qualcomm announced the latest processor, the Snapdragon 800. What is up guys, Since Garcia here for another tech news. Nvidia unveiled their latest device, which is the Project Shield, at the CES, and in terms of its design, it actually is quite unique and it's more of a concept device to me. Now some people doesn't like it, probably because of its odd looking design. Apart from that, it actually does remind me of an Xbox 360 controller and a Wii U at the same time. Now some people doesn't like it because of its design. Now personally, I can't really comment about that yet because I haven't seen the device in real life. Now it's not always about design, it's about what powers this device. So this thing runs the latest Tegra 4 processor, which I'm going to be talking about in a few seconds. Also runs the latest Android 4.2 Jelly Bean, which means you get the full Android experience on the device. Now speaking of Tegra 4, the processor is obviously still a quad core, but what changed is that it now runs with 72 GPU cores. Imagine that is a lot. Now that's going to give you a really smooth gaming experience. Now although there's no clock speed yet has been mentioned, we all know that's going to be pretty fast. Now apart from that, the Project Shield isn't just a handheld device. You can also hook it up on your huge TV for streaming PC games, but there's also going to be some flaws as well. Now even though the device is untethered, it's obviously still going to be a problem on the latency, as this one actually streams via Wi-Fi. So if you don't have the best Wi-Fi signal or the best router in your house, then chances are there's going to be some problems with this, especially running games. And you might as well, you're probably going to need a really good computer as well. Now they've tested this on a high-end PC, so imagine if you've got a really low-end PC, then obviously there's going to be a problem with that. Now in terms of pricing, it hasn't really been confirmed yet, but obviously it's going to be quite an expensive one based on what they've said. Now don't expect it to be around 100 to 150, it's probably going to be around 200 to 300 or even more. So it's going to be 50-50 right now. It can be a cheap one, but I'm not really expecting this device to be that cheap. But in terms of competitions, there's obviously going to be a competition between pretty much all gaming consoles over there, or even handheld consoles such as the 3DS, the PS Vita, Xbox 360, and the PS3. Now speaking of consoles, I don't know if you guys remember the Ouya that was actually announced last year. Now Ouya is a Kickstarter project, so pretty much it is powered by Android as well, which means you'll be able to play all the Android games and hook it up on your TV. So it's kind of like really similar to the Project Shield, so there's going to be a big competition between the two. So I'm really looking forward to that once both devices or consoles are released. Now I did talk about the Xperia Z and ZL last week, and it's finally official. Now both phones are quite similar in terms of specs. Now both phones sports a 5-inch 1080p display, as well as a 1.5 GHz of quad-core Snapdragon S4 Pro processor, as well as 2 GB of RAM, a huge 13 megapixel sensor, and it uses the Exmor RS sensor, so it should give you a really nice photo quality. Apart from that, it also runs Android 4.1 Jelly Bean, and they did mention that once the device has been released, then they're soon going to be updating it to Android 4.2 Jelly Bean. What's different about the Xperia Z and ZL is that the Xperia Z is actually dustproof and waterproof. So as far as how deep it can go down to 30 meters under the water. So that's pretty deep. If you think that the Tegra 4 processor is the fastest processor right now, then think again. Now last year the Snapdragon S4 Pro processor was the fastest processor that you can get, and Qualcomm actually announced its new processor, the Snapdragon 800. Now what I can tell you right now is that it's 75% faster than the S4 Pro. It has the latest CPU, which is the Crate 400 with a speed of up to 2.3 GHz per core. That's going to be really fast, especially on your Android device. And imagine that 2.3 GHz per core, you've got a quad core, so once they're all working at the same time, it's going to give you a really fast multitasking experience. Not just that, but for playing games as well. and combine that with, let's say, 2 or 3 gigabytes of RAM, which we're going to be seeing obviously with some, with new phones this year. So it's going to be a really fast experience on your Android device. So there you have it, guys. That is the news for today. And if you like this video, make sure to subscribe and don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you all for watching. I am Jens Garcia, and I'll see you all in the next one.